I'm sorry. Think about it. How many times a day do you say that phrase? Probably a lot, right? We use it all the time without even thinking. But what if that simple, everyday apology is actually a code, a hidden message for something much, much deeper? Well, that's what we're going to dive into. Let's decode the real meaning behind I'm sorry.
Okay, so picture this. You're in a crowded movie theater or on a busy train. You gotta get by. What do you say? Sorry, can I sneak past? Of course you do. We all do. It's just the polite thing to do, right? You're causing a tiny inconvenience, and this is the social grease that makes it all work smoothly. Makes total sense.
And here's another one. You walk up to a table, you want to sit down, you need to get someone's attention. Sorry, is this seat taken? Again, it's a gentle way to start an interaction, a little preface to your question, totally normal, totally fine. But then you get something like this.
Whoa, hold on a second. You bump into a table, an inanimate object that has zero feelings and definitely does not require an apology, and you say, sorry? Suddenly it doesn't feel like a choice anymore, does it? It feels like a reflex, something you do completely on autopilot.
See, that's the whole point. One of these apologies is fundamentally different. The first two, that's about being aware of other people. But the last one, that's about something else entirely. And it really makes you wonder, why on earth do we apologize when we've done absolutely nothing wrong?
And this is really the heart of it all. We have to start separating a genuine apology from what you could call the sorry reflex. It's so much more than just good manners.
And this breaks it down perfectly. Look, on one side, you have a genuine apology. You did something specific, you made a mistake, and you're owning it. But on the other side, that's the habitual one. You're not apologizing for something you did. You're apologizing for who you are, for just existing, for taking up space. It's a huge difference.
So, okay, if it's not about an actual mistake, then what's really going on here? What is driving this constant, reflexive need to say sorry? Let's dig into the why.
So the first big reason is this deep, deep need for reassurance. It's really not about admitting you're wrong. It's actually about calming an anxiety that's bubbling up inside.
This quote just nails it. The I'm sorry isn't saying I messed up. It's secretly asking, are we okay? You're not mad at me, right? Please tell me you don't hate me. It's a question about your relationship, but it's disguised as an apology.
And that leads right into the second major driver, a huge fear of conflict. For a lot of people, any kind of disagreement, even a tiny one, feels like a massive threat.
So what do? You use sorry like a shield. It's a preemptive surrender. You're basically saying, look, whatever this is, I'll take the blame right now just so we don't have to fight. You're trying to shut down any potential conflict before it even has a chance to start.
Okay, so if sorry is a shield, or a quiet plea for reassurance, what's it covering up? What's the real message hiding underneath that one little word?
Our source material has this brilliant concept for it, a nas al-mulassak, which basically translates to the pasted text. Think of the words I'm sorry like a sticker. You have this big, complicated, vulnerable feeling inside, but it's just too hard to say out loud, so you slap a simple little I'm sorry sticker over it instead.
So what's underneath that sticker? It could be any of these things. Instead of having to say something vulnerable like, I feel really anxious right now, it's just easier to say I'm sorry. Instead of asking, am I being a burden to you? You just default to sorry. It's a code word for a whole bunch of our deepest insecurities and fears.
So where do we go from here? Now that we've kind of decoded the word, we can start to move toward a much deeper level of understanding, not just for other people, but for ourselves too.
If you take one thing away from this, let it be this. A constant reflexive I'm sorry is not just a habit. It's a code. It's a clear signal that there is something else going on right beneath the surface.
It stops being about politeness and becomes a signpost for an unmet psychological need. A need for safety, a need for acceptance, a need for reassurance. It's like a little window into someone's inner world.
And that brings us to the final question I want to leave you with. The next time you hear yourself say, I'm sorry, or you hear someone else say it when they've done nothing wrong, just pause for a second and ask yourself, what is the real message being sent here? What's the text that's been pasted over?